Good evening, YouTube. Puffing Billy here once again, and it's a rather miserable May evening, Saturday evening. My father, who's Glaswegian, would describe it as dreek. It's very dreek outside. Grey, dismal, miserable. It's been raining most of the day and it's quite cold, hence why we've got the old burner on. This is going to be another amalgamation of things because I've got quite a lot of stuff to cover again. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's been a while since I've watched videos, so I apologise for that. Usual stuff, usual crap, life, you know. Gets busy sometimes, doesn't it? First and foremost, this is going to be my VR to Toking Tommy, who's asked us to talk about something that's strange and interesting in our house. I was going to try and find my Whack-A-Day t-shirt that I got a few years ago, but unfortunately that's lost deep in the bowels of my mother-in-law's house, so I can't get that. But I decided to show YouTube, the YouTube pipe smoking community, something that's kind of interesting and a bit strange, but also tobacco related. Let me just read like this. Smoking some Barbary Coast, GLP Barbary Coast, which was kindly gifted to me by Ethan Leavitt. Shout out to Ethan, hope you're doing well, buddy. Lovely, beautiful tobacco, rich, burly, walnutty, wholesome, great stuff. Get a little bit of perique as well. Unfortunately, this pipe has been terribly tainted by the Falcon pipe cleaner stuff. Now I don't know if any of you guys have had any experience of using that stuff, but I use it, I have used it rather in the past, and I can just taste it. It's soapy and horrible. I've tried to kind of smoke the pipe to get rid of that taste and that smell, but I can't get rid of it. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, actually no, I'll quickly mention the pipe. I got this pipe from the Antiques Emporium in a place called Ampthill, which is just down the road. And I describe it as my kind of volcanic rusticated billiard. It's a Jacobean. Don't know if you guys have heard of Jacobean before. I haven't ever heard of Jacobean. I found this pipe. I like the look of it, and it smokes really well. Apart from the fact that it doesn't taste great. I'm going to try and sort of clean it with something else. Perhaps maybe stick some pipe cleaners with a bit of whiskey on it and just smoke it and try and get rid of it. But what I can smoke, you know, sort of taste of the tobacco. It's great stuff. The Barbary Coast. So thanks again to Ethan for that. I'm also going to mention in this this video some information about the pipe meet. Now I'm fairly certain that there's only going to be 3 of us. That's me, Kevin, and Andy. So me, Kanika Shrex, and Bearded Piper. You know, obviously, if anyone else wants to come along, you're more than welcome. We're going to be meeting outside the Adler, which is the tobacconist in Shrewsbury, at 12 o'clock. Dan planned that, and I'm going to stick to that, just in case there's anybody else who's coming that I'm not sure about. That's where we're going to be, and yeah, I guess we'll just kind of play it by ear from there. You know, find somewhere where we can smoke a pipe and chew the fat and all that. Hopefully the weather will be all right because we'll need to be outside. Unless there's anywhere in Shrewsbury where we can smoke inside, maybe Dan can perhaps maybe answer that question. I'm not sure if there is anywhere like that. But yeah, so 12 o'clock outside the tobacconist in Shrewsbury. Me and Andy are going to be together. Me and Bearded Piper are driving in together. So we'll meet Kevin, at some point. But we'll convene outside the tobacconist, the Adler. I think it's called the Adler anyway. Outside there at 12 o'clock. So yeah, really looking forward to that. It'll be. I know it's not going to be many of us, but it's great to be able to smoke a pipe with fellow pipesmen. It's not something that happens, to me very often. I'm the only person in the village, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, who smokes a pipe, and none of my family do. Occasionally, friends, for a bit of a laugh, smoke a pipe. Yes, that'll be good. Anyway, back to the VR, which is the original purpose of the video. I know I've kind of mixed things up and I'm, you know, getting confused, and that's quite typical of me. I really like this. But yeah, back to the VR. So, as I said earlier, Tom has asked us to talk about something strange. Now I've got this to show you guys, and I hope some of my German brothers might be able to fill me in on a bit more information about this. This was given to me by a friend of mine who's sadly no longer with us. I refer to her as Mrs. Moore because she was a customer of mine. I did some gardening work for for many years, and she died 3 years ago, and she left a few things to me. She left a bureau to me, which I basically refer now to as Gentleman's Corner, which I know a few of you may have seen in previous videos of mine. Yeah, I love the bureau. It's great. I do my writing there, and I keep all of my tobaccos there and my cellars in there and stuff for all my tobaccos and that. So yeah, it's something I really appreciate. But yeah, this is something else that she left for me to have, and basically, and forgive my pronunciation of words here because I might be saying this all wrong. This is a G.A. Hanewacker sort of stoneware chewing tobacco pot, and I absolutely love it. And we keep it in the house. We actually keep it in the bathroom for some reason, and it looks quite cool in there. And I have thought about, you know, using it for tobacco, which, you know, is something I probably should use it for. But I've had this sort of for a few years, obviously. So I've had it before, you know, before I got into smoking pipes, and you know, sniffing snuff, and doing all the tobacco-related things that I do now. I didn't even realise it had anything to do with tobacco until I did a bit of research. But if anyone has got any more information about this, it's Nordhauser Kauterbach, Echter Hanewacker, and I think it's so yeah. I mean, it says 1870 here, so 1817 rather here. So it's a sort of early 19th century item, and I absolutely love it. I think it's cool. It's curious and quaint and curious and interesting, and yeah, I thought you guys would appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's my item of interest, Tom. I hope you're suitably impressed. So yeah, as I said, I was going to try and find something a bit more perhaps kind of comical, and the only thing I could really think about, or think of rather, was my my Timmy Mallet t-shirt, which I got a few years ago. Me and a friend we went to a this is, I must have been about 1920, I think. We went to a club in Dunstable, and Timmy Mallet was actually there, and my friend was desperate to meet him, and we were given these t-shirts, and Timmy Mallet signed them, and yeah, not a really nice guy actually. Very it was a good evening, and we met him and hung out with him. Funny guy. Looks exactly the same as he did in 1986. It'd have been great if I could have dug out that t-shirt, but I've got no idea where it is. So I was gonna do that for the VR, but went with the chewing tobacco pot instead. Congratulations, Tommy. I absolutely love your channel, love your videos. I've been watching the sort of introduction to pipe smoking videos you've been doing, and I find them really interesting to watch anyway. Still consider myself a rookie pipe smoker, so yeah, great videos. Been following your channel from the beginning, and I always enjoy your videos, so congratulations, mate. And I think I'm going to pretty much wrap things up. If anyone has any questions about the pipe meet, if they're going to come along, yeah, just leave a comment or message me or whatever, and if you need any information. But I think all the information's on other videos. Booking a hotel is going to be very, very difficult. because it's a bank holiday weekend, and I booked my room, and I think Andy booked his room a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, there was only one hotel left, so yeah, booking a hotel could be a bit tricky, but yeah, you know, you might find a travel lodge or somewhere slightly out of town where you can get a room. I think that's it. I'm going to wrap things up. I hope you're all well. I'm going to stick some photographs and some footage from a steam fair that I attended, me and Lauren attended, and my parents did actually. It was my dad's 65th birthday last weekend, so we went to the steam fair on the Sunday, and had a really good day there, so I'm going to stick some footage of that on the end. And yeah, so peace out and be good.
Now.